Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Nighttime Mics. I'm Sarah, and as always, I'm joined by my good friend Mike. How are you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm doing great, Sarah. Although I have to admit, I'm a little tired. I spent about 6 hours today staring at a computer screen and various video calls. My eyes are actually burning a little bit.
Oh, I totally feel you. That sounds like a lot. Actually, that's exactly what we're talking about today, isn't it? The wonderful, sometimes stressful, and often hilarious world of online meetings.
Exactly. It's funny because just a few years ago, we hardly ever did this. Now it's like our whole lives happen inside a little rectangular box on a screen.
I know, right? It's crazy how quickly things changed. I remember my first ever professional online meeting. I was so nervous. I spent like 30 minutes trying to find the perfect background and making sure my lighting was just right. I even wore a blazer.
A blazer? That's hilarious. Did you have pajamas on the bottom, though? Be honest.
Okay, you caught me. I definitely had my fuzzy pajama pants on. It's the classic Zoom look, isn't it? Professional from the waist up and ready for a nap from the waist down.
It's the secret uniform of the modern world. But honestly, it's so much more convenient than traveling to an office, don't you think? I mean, I save so much time on my commute. I used to spend an hour on the bus every morning. Now I just roll out of bed, make some coffee, and I'm at work.
That's a good point. I love the extra sleep I get. But sometimes I feel like I never really leave work because my office is also my living room. Do you ever find it hard to switch off?
Oh, for sure. It's hard to figure out when the workday actually ends. Sometimes I'll be eating dinner and I'll hear that ding of a notification, and I feel like I have to check it. It's like I'm always on.
I get that. It's like the boundaries have totally blurred. But let's talk about the funny stuff for a second. Have you ever had a major fail during a meeting?
Oh boy, where do I even start? Probably the most embarrassing one was a few months ago. I was in a meeting with a new client, someone I really wanted to impress. I thought I was on mute, so I started singing to my dog.
No way. What were you singing?
It was some silly song I made up about him being a good little potato. I was really getting into it too. Then I looked at the screen and saw the client just staring at me. His face was totally blank. Then he said, "Mike, nice voice, but can we get back to the budget?"
Oh my gosh, Mike, that is incredible. I would have died of embarrassment. Did you get the contract?
Surprisingly, yes. He actually said later that it made me seem approachable. But man, in the moment, I wanted the floor to open up and swallow me. What about you? Any potato moments?
Nothing quite that musical, but I did have a meeting once where my cat Whiskers decided to jump right onto my keyboard. She somehow managed to turn on a weird filter that made me look like a pirate.
A pirate? Really?
Yes! I had a hat, a parrot on my shoulder, and a wooden leg. And the worst part was I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. I spent the next 10 minutes trying to explain the marketing strategy while looking like I was about to go search for buried treasure.
That's the best thing I've heard all week. I think meetings would be much more interesting if everyone had to use a pirate filter.
Ahoy, teammates, let's discuss the quarterly goals. Yeah, maybe not. But it does show how unpredictable technology can be. That's one of the biggest challenges, right? The technical glitches?
Absolutely. "You're on mute" has to be the most common phrase of the last 5 years. I think I hear it at least 10 times a day.
I know. Or, can you see my screen? Everyone asks that every single time they share something, even if they've done it 1,000 times before.
It's like we don't trust the technology. And honestly, why should we? My Wi-Fi always seems to give up right when I'm about to say something important. I'll be in the middle of a great point and then bam, my screen freezes and I look like a gargoyle.
A gargoyle. I hate it when that happens. And then you have to do that awkward thing where you log off and log back on and everyone is waiting for you. It feels like an eternity.
It really does. It's so awkward. But despite all the glitches, I think online meetings have actually made some things easier. Like, it's so much easier to bring people together from different parts of the world.
That's true. Last week, I had a meeting with someone in London, someone in Tokyo, and someone in New York. We were all on the same page, sharing ideas in real time. That would have been impossible, or at least very expensive, before.
Exactly. It opens up so many opportunities. You can work for a company in a different country without even moving. But it does change the way we communicate, doesn't it? I feel like I have to be much more active in an online meeting to show I'm listening.
Definitely. You have to do a lot of nodding and mm-hmming so people know you haven't frozen. In person, you can use more subtle body language. Online, if you just sit still, people think your internet died.
So true. I find myself over-exaggerating my reactions. Someone says a joke that's only slightly funny, and I'm there on camera like, ha 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 ha, just so they feel heard.
I do the same thing. It's exhausting, right? That's what they call Zoom fatigue. It's a real thing. Scientists say it's because our brains have to work harder to process nonverbal cues through a screen.
That makes so much sense. No wonder I feel like I need a nap after a day of calls. It's like my brain is trying to fill in the gaps that the camera misses.
Exactly. And then there's the eye contact problem. To look like you're making eye contact, you have to look at the little camera lens. But if you want to see the person's face, you have to look at the screen. You can't do both.
It's a constant struggle. I usually end up looking at my own face in the little corner of the screen. Does everyone do that, or is it just me being vain?
Oh, everyone does it. We're all just checking our hair or making sure there's nothing in our teeth. It's so distracting. I wish there was a way to hide your own video feed.
Actually, I think some apps let you do that now. But then I'd worry the whole time that I looked like a mess and didn't know it.
Good point. It's a lose-lose situation. But hey, speaking of looking like a mess, let's talk about meeting etiquette. What are your pet peeves? You know, those little things that people do in meetings that really annoy you?
Oh, I have a few. My biggest one is definitely people who eat during a meeting. I don't mean a small snack, but like a full-on crunchy salad or a bowl of soup. And they don't mute themselves. The sound of someone chewing right in your ear is the worst.
Gross. Yeah, that's a big no for me too. My pet peeve is when people take their laptop with them around the house. Suddenly you're looking at their ceiling, then their floor, then their kitchen counter. It makes me feel seasick.
The walking tour of the house. I've seen that too. Or when someone's kids or pets start running around in the background. Actually, I don't mind the pets so much. Seeing a cute dog usually makes the meeting better.
I agree. Pets are always a welcome distraction. But when a toddler starts screaming about wanting a juice box right when the boss is talking about the budget, that's a bit much.
Yeah, that's tough. But I guess we all have to be a bit more patient these days. Everyone is just trying to figure out how to balance their home life and work life in the same space.
That's a really good way to put it. Patience is definitely key. We're all in the same boat, after all. But do you think we'll ever go back to normal? You know, full-time in-person meetings?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think the hybrid model is here to stay. A mix of in-person and online seems like the best of both worlds. You get the human connection when you need it, but you also get the flexibility of working from home.
I think you're right. It's hard to give up that flexibility once you've had a taste of it. But I do miss the water cooler talk. You know, those random conversations you have in the office that aren't about work?
Oh, definitely. You don't really get that in a scheduled Zoom call. Everything is so scheduled. You log on at 10, you talk about the project, and you log off at 10:30. There's no room for, how was your weekend? Or did you see that movie last night?
Exactly. Some companies are trying to fix that with virtual coffee breaks, but they always feel a little forced, don't they? Like, okay, everyone, we are now having fun. Talk to each other.
Mandatory fun. Those are the worst. It's hard to force the natural conversation. It has to just happen. But I found that if you show up to a meeting 5 minutes early, sometimes you can catch people for a quick chat before the real business starts.
That's a good tip. I should try that more often. I'm usually the one joining at 10:01 because I was busy making a sandwich or something.
I'm guilty of that too. But it's worth it for those few minutes of normal talk. So, Sarah, if you could come up with one rule for all online meetings, what would it be?
That's a tough one. I think my rule would be, if the meeting can be an email, make it an email.
Yes, 1,000 times yes. There is nothing worse than sitting through an hour-long meeting just to hear someone read a PowerPoint presentation that they could have just sent to me.
Right? It's such a waste of everyone's time. If we're not actually discussing something or making a decision together, we don't need to be on camera.
Totally agree. My rule would be about the camera on policy. I think cameras should be optional unless it's a really important presentation. Sometimes I just want to sit there in my messy room without feeling like everyone is judging my laundry pile in the background.
I hear you. Sometimes it's just nice to have a camera off day. It's much less pressure. But then some bosses think if they can't see you, you're not working.
Which is so silly. If I'm answering questions and contributing to the conversation, what does it matter if my face is on the screen? But I guess it's a trust thing.
It really is. It's all about building that trust in a remote environment. It's a whole new skill set for managers, too. They have to figure out how to lead a team they can't see.
Definitely. It's a learning curve for everyone. But, for all the complaints we have, online meetings have saved us from some pretty awkward in-person situations too.
Oh, like what?
Like when you have a piece of spinach stuck in your teeth, or you have a bad cold and you're constantly blowing your nose. Online, you can just turn off your camera for a second and take care of it. In person, you're just there, suffering in front of everyone.
That's a very practical point. I hadn't thought of that. Or when a meeting is really boring, you can subtly check your phone or look at something else on your computer without it being too obvious.
Careful now, Sarah. I'm sure your meetings are never boring.
Oh, never. But I've heard other people say it can be a bit of a challenge to stay focused, especially when you're in your own home with all your distractions around you.
It really is. I find that I have to put my phone in another room sometimes just to make sure I'm actually paying attention. Otherwise, I'll find myself scrolling through social media before I even realize I'm doing it.
I'm the same way. It takes a lot of self-discipline, but I think we're getting better at it. We're all learning the unwritten rules of this new world.
We are. It's like a new language almost. The language of the link.
I like that. We should write a book, The Language of the Link, How to Survive and Thrive in Online Meetings.
We'd make a fortune. Chapter 1, How to Properly Use the Raised Hand Emoji.
Chapter 2, 50 Excuses for Why Your Camera Isn't Working.
My cat ate my webcam. A ghost is blocking my lens.
I'm currently in a witness protection program and cannot show my face.
Okay, that might be taking it a bit too far. But seriously, it is interesting how much we've adapted. Think about the kids too. They're doing online school. Can you imagine having to do your math class through a computer when you were 10?
Honestly, I think I would have been even more distracted. I probably would have spent the whole time playing games in another tab.
Exactly. I don't know how teachers do it. It must be like talking to a wall of blank squares.
I have so much respect for them. It's a tough job. But even for us, it's about making the most of the tools we have, like using the chat box for side comments or sharing helpful links. That's something you can't really do in a physical room without interrupting the speaker.
That's a great point. The chat is actually one of my favorite parts. It's where the real humor happens. Someone says something slightly weird and the chat just explodes with funny reactions.
It's like a second secret meeting happening at the same time. I love it. It makes it feel more communal in a way.
It really does. So, Sarah, what's the weirdest thing you've ever seen in the background of someone else's meeting?
Oh, I have a good one. I was in a call with a guy who was very serious, very professional. But behind him, on his bookshelf, there was a giant life-sized cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito.
No way. Why?
I have no idea. He never mentioned it, and neither did anyone else. We just all sat there for an hour talking about data analytics while Danny DeVito stared at us from over his shoulder. It was the most surreal experience.
That is amazing. I think I would have had to say something. I wouldn't be able to help myself. Excuse me, Steve, but is that a tiny Hollywood legend behind you?
I was too scared. He seemed like such a serious person, but maybe it was his way of testing us to see who would break first.
A social experiment. I love it. I once saw a guy's roommate walk past in the background wearing only a towel. He clearly had no idea a meeting was happening. The guy's face went from pale to bright red in about 2 seconds.
Oh no, that's the classic nightmare, the roommate blunder. I'm always so careful about that. I always tell everyone in my house, I am going on camera. Do not enter. Do not walk behind me.
I should probably start doing that. I usually just hope for the best. Luckily, my dog is my only roommate, and he doesn't wear a towel anyway.
Well, that's a relief. But yeah, it's all about those little moments that remind us we're all just human beings living our lives.
Exactly. And I think that's actually one of the nice things about online meetings. You get a little glimpse into people's real lives. You see their books, their plants, their messy shelves. It makes them feel more like real people, not just colleagues.
I totally agree. It's more personal, ironically, even though we're physically further apart. I feel like I know my coworkers better now than I did when we were in the office together.
That's a really nice way to look at it. It's not just about the work, it's about the connection, even if that connection is through a screen and sometimes includes a pirate filter or a cardboard Danny DeVito.
Exactly. Well, Mike, I think we've covered a lot of ground today, from the Zoom look to the pirate filter and everything in between.
We definitely have. It's been great chatting about this. I feel like I've figured out some things about why these meetings are so weird and wonderful at the same time.
Me too. It's all about finding that balance and not taking it too seriously when things go wrong, because they will go wrong eventually.
Guaranteed. The Wi-Fi will drop, someone will be on mute, and a cat will definitely jump on a keyboard. It's just part of the experience now.
It really is. So to everyone listening out there, we hope you enjoyed our little chat. Maybe next time you're in a boring meeting, you'll think of us and smile.
Or just turn on a pirate filter and see if anyone notices. Just kidding, don't do that. Unless you're really brave.
Good advice, Mike. Well, that's all for tonight's episode of Nighttime Mics.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's been a blast.
If you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below. Tell us your funniest online meeting stories. We'd love to hear them.
Yeah, we really would. There have to be some great ones out there.
Definitely. Well, until next time, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike.
Good night, everyone.
Stay connected and stay muted when you're singing to your dog.
Bye.
Bye.